Good evening. How you doing, Miss Crystal?
Tyra,
Okay,
can
you
you
can
hear
hear
me?
me? Yeah, I can hear you. I said, how you doing? I don't think she can still hear me. Uh, and how's everybody doing this evening? Miss Felicia is out sick today. Um, I'm gonna let Miss Crystal get her camera together. Miss Felicia is out sick today, and I'm sure gonna miss my girl on this evening. But she got to get her little rest today. Um, well, really the whole week. But I'm praying for you, Felicia. I'm glad that you are in the audience though to join us. So make sure you put some comments up there while we going live. And good evening, Tanisha. How you doing on this evening? I'm glad to see you come to join us on this evening. Let me see if Miss Crystal is up to ready. Miss Crystal, can you hear me now? No, I think she can hear me. Crystal,
I can hear you.
can you hear me now? Make sure your volume up. And you just mute your mic. So how are you all doing on this
I'm
evening?
sorry, I can't hear anything.
Okay, you don't hear me? I can hear you though. Make sure that you have given them authority to use your microphone.
I was just hearing you a second ago and something went away.
Now, is your volume up?
Oh, us and all this technology.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, what is going on?
We having some technical difficulties on this evening, so please be patient with us, please. Um, I was trying to see.
It's up.
But we are having some technical difficulties on this evening, y'all. So please be patient. Maybe she'll come pop back on. But on tonight, we're still talking about the theme, um, love and relationships. hmm So that's still our topic for tonight. And we are going to be talking about recognizing and knowing the difference between healthy and unhealthy relationships, they can be toxic too, and they can also be dysfunctional. Some relationships can be. So we are going to be discussing that, and we have Miss Crystal who is supposed to be stepping in um, with for Felicia Sanders because she's out sick. Can you hear me now, Crystal?
Yes, I can hear you. I had to
Okay.
log
Go back
out and then
out
log
and
back
come
in
back
again.
in. Okay. That's no problem. No problem.
Okay,
Um,
we got it fixed. Okay.
we do, sometimes the technical difficulties happen, ain't no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just letting everybody know that we still continuing talking about love and relationship. And we are also going to be talking about toxic and dysfunctional types relationships.
Okay.
Um, so we'll just go ahead on and get started then.
I,
So I have a question for y'all tonight. That question is, Why is it that we tend to, um, I guess, fall in love or want to be, or just, whatever the situation may be, we
Mhm.
tend to do those things with the wrong person. Because I know how sometimes we feel like we're supposed to fall in love with the person that we meet, but
Mhm.
that's not necessarily true. You It doesn't necessarily mean that, because just because you meet someone on next week, that doesn't necessarily mean that that person is your one. Is the
Right.
one, you know, the one.
Mhm.
But we but there could be a whole lot of things that's going on because you be thinking that that's the one. But
Mhm.
that's a question that I'm asking everybody here in the audience, and even including you, Crystal, is
Okay.
why do we feel like the person that we meet, the first person, the second person, whatever that number is,
Uh-huh.
whatever that number is, why we feel like how come it can't be where we just say, okay, I need to figure out if this person is the right person for me
Mhm.
before I get serious, or because some people do just jump in,
Mhm.
they just jump right on in head first,
Mhm.
you know.
Yes, yes.
Hmm.
And I could say, well, I'm guilty of this. You want to wait and see if we get any reply, or you want me to jump on in? Because I have
You can
a
jump
lot to
on.
say.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. One thing that I know that I figured out, and I am guilty of this too, because I've been in toxic relationships, bad relationships. One thing that I know that for women, especially women of a certain age, you have a time frame, and you say by this time, by 30, Mr. Right got to be here. By 25, he got to be here. I got everything else lined up. My next step is to have this man. And so
Yeah.
we whatever man come along, you know, if Mr. Right or Mr. Wrong, he's Mr. Right now. He's there right now. And so so
Girl, that's
we
such a
just jump in
true.
a relationship and hope for the best and hope that things turn out right, or
Yeah.
you know uh some kind of way I can live with whatever he got going on. I just want him to be there,
Yeah.
and that's not what we should be looking for.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's a good point though, because we get that time frame from society.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's something that the world require of us, but that's not something that God require of us, because
Right.
He's not God that's on time. He doesn't even count the time. So, it's just when you are raised that way as females, where we are raised up to be married and find that man gonna find us, and then we
Mm-hmm.
gonna have kids, and I'm gonna be working a good job, he's gonna be working a good job. But I'm
Yeah.
sorry, that does not happen for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It really
Mm-hmm.
doesn't. And then it doesn't even happen at a certain time period either.
Right.
Whether you be 25, 30, 40, 50, 60,
Mm-hmm.
there are some people who start all over when they're 60 and 70. It just, there's really no time limit
Right.
on that. But that is a good point, because we ladies do be winding up the clock, and then we be thinking, "Oh, I gotta have a baby
Uh,
by this time too."
uh-huh. Right.
But when you rush into it, wow. Let's look at some.
Yeah.
Let's look at the comments from our audience. Tanisha said, "I feel like sometimes it's easy to rush into something when we are dealing with loneliness. It's sure,
That's
most
true. But we
definitely."
used it to fill a void. We used to fill a void, and even if it's not, it's not right, and it's not, what's of God, it's,
Mm-hmm.
like I said before, he's there. He's there. He's feeling this whole size, piece that's missing. Well, you think he's gonna feel that piece that's missing, and it's really not, and it doesn't turn out the
Mm-mm.
way that you thought it would be.
No.
It would end up being.
It sure don't happen that way sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And Felicia said, "In love with the idea of love and marriage." That's something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We
That's so
do
true.
be in love with the idea.
That's true. And
Good.
I can attest from my own personal testimony. You know, being married and divorced. Um, I was in love with the idea of being in love and marriage, and then thinking that okay, I found this man in church. He got to be a man of God. That's another thing we get about. We think we find him at church, and he doesn't always be in church. Devil can be in church too. The bad spirits can
Good.
be in church too. But being
Yeah.
like you saying, you know, the idea of love and marriage, and not really knowing what that all consists of, what it's supposed to look like. Like I feel like I didn't have a real good blueprint of what a good successful marriage looked like.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and just reading in books, you hearing these fairy tales, you have this
Girl,
this
come on.
idea in your head of what it's supposed to look like, and the fairy tale is not always true. There's
It's
other
not.
things that come along with it. We just get the quick script of it, in those Disney movies or whatever, or those love movies
Mm-hmm.
that we see
Love
on
movie.
TV, and that's not how it is.
Girl,
That's
I
not the
know it.
reality of it.
Mm-mm. And just because he a church or she in church, so don't mean nothing.
Mm-mm,
Mm-mm. Because
not at all.
you have some real with cheap clothing up in there too.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, they
Most
definitely are.
definitely. And Keandre said, could it be because some people are tired of waiting and being alone? Amen.
Amen.
Yes, indeed. The older you get, you start watching the watch. So do.
Uh-huh.
Society has made women more so feel like we have a set time frame. Birthing kids is probably number one in thought process. Of course, because you're supposed to have kids by a certain age. Even the doctor tell you
Mm-hmm.
that. The doctor like, oh, if you pass 35, then you have a geriatric type birth. You know,
Uh-huh.
but that probably that's not even the truth. Because there are a lot of people who have kids past 35, and them kids be healthy too. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
understand why the doctor would be making you feel like you having a geriatric birth. So time frame is one of the reasons why we tend to just go ahead and jump into relationships.
Right. And then another thing I think of, we have this yeah, devils attend church.
Mm-hmm.
We have our preferences, and we tend to want our preferences. Some of us, we like bad guys, guys kind of rough, and
Woo!
you just have your own preference of what you think
No, dude.
the idea is, and sometimes your preference is just not good for you. Um, and so
Mm-hmm.
so we get caught up in that, in our
You're right. You're right.
our
You will get
preferences.
in trouble with those preferences.
Hmm.
Like you gotta be looking this way or this way. Sometimes when we are presented with a man in front of us and they are saying all the right things, we get misled into thinking this is the one for us. We don't
Hmm.
realize actions speak louder than words.
Right.
Amen.
We look at like the outside appearance. Oh, he look good. He look good in that suit. If he
Yeah.
in the military, he look good in that uniform. We get caught up in all this stuff and the things that we are to really look at, the things that are inward in them.
Yeah.
How they care themselves, how they treat you. How they are with other people. Relationships they have with other
Mhm.
people. Things like that. Um we don't really look we don't look at those.
Yeah.
We just see the
Well,
outward.
I
We
think
don't look at the
sometimes
inward.
we talked about that on last week about those red flags. Sometimes we do see them, but we'll
Mm-hmm.
sit there and either turn a blind eye or we would get this feeling like we can. change them. You
Mm,
know, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that for him, and he's gonna be able
that's
to
not
do
so
this.
bad.
Yeah, and that doesn't happen all the time. You
Mm-hmm.
know, because people are who they are, and if they're gonna show you about themselves, then just like Oprah Winfrey say that when people show you themselves, you better believe them. So
Right.
we have to just observe things for what it is. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, if it is what it is, it's just there. It's right there at that moment in front of you. And you can't
Right.
look at the future and say, okay, well, he is going to, he may change after we get married, or she may do something different after we get married. You don't
Mm-hmm.
know. You
Right.
don't know. I mean, you have no idea. And I know how people love to put their little hope on, people and expectations and having
Mm-hmm.
faith that God gonna do this for them, God gonna do that for them. That's all good and dandy. I ain't knocking that,
Mm-hmm.
baby. But if he ain't
Right.
that way right now, why would you want to stay in a relationship and wait however long for that
Mm-hmm.
person to change?
Right.
And to me, I just feel like you'll just be wasting your time
Mm-hmm.
because you could have been with somebody else who had themselves together. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? But you rather be with somebody who you rather hang on to someone who's not together.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know how long it's gonna take them. That's all
Right.
I'm saying. Let's see,
That's true.
Felicia.
And what was I gonna say? And you think that, gosh, I had them took my tongue. You think that God's gonna change them like Tyra just said, but like she said, you don't know when the change is gonna come, or if they will change.
Mm-hmm.
And you just don't know.
Uh-uh.
And you want to see evidence of it at the beginning. That is no perfect man. You're not looking for the perfect man. God, perfects you over time. I believe that, but at the same time,
I
there should be
mean,
some evidence of some key things at the beginning.
yeah. Because there are some things that really should be there.
Mm-hmm.
Some key things that should be up front. That if they're not, then we need to just say, okay, okay, let's say for example, I see that he has a short temper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you see that he has a short temper, or you see that she has a short temper, because we're not just only talking about men, we're talking about everybody.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about men and women. So if you
Right.
see that the other person has a short temper, then you have to think about, okay, what if that person get mad at me one day
Mm-hmm.
and say the wrong thing, hit a hole in the wall, or even or might put their hands on you. So if you're saying that they have a short temper about something, to me, that's like a red flag. It's like you need to
Mm-hmm.
investigate more to find out where that's coming from. And then
Right.
if you find out that it's coming from a place that is toxic, then you're gonna have to let that person go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you just can't trust if they are not going to take it out on you. That's what I'm saying. And then because you're seeing how they interact with other people, how they're taking it out on other people. But what makes you think that that person is not going to do it to you? That's what I'm saying.
Right. Right. It's on a matter of time. They probably like a ticking time bomb. You never know
Hmm.
when it's gonna go out.
Yeah,
You never know when it's gonna go out.
exactly.
And I heard this thing that Steve Harvey said before. I listen to him sometimes. He wrote that book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. That he said every man can change, every man will change, but he will only change for that one woman, that one person. And if he's having all these toxic things going on, he he has this short temper, and then he lashes out at you, and he can't control it, then you may not be the one. He's giving you the signs at the beginning. You might not be that one for him, and we have to keep on
Hmm.
pushing. So you have to break those ties, and move on.
and move on.
hmm
And don't wait to move on either.
Right, right. And sometimes we stay in it too long. We stay in
Oh
it too
yeah.
long. Like eventually you in it for 2 years, 3 years. Oh, he's gonna change. It's gonna change. It's gonna get better. You got 2, 3 years in. It's like doing a prison. You got 2, 3 years in. This man had changed. He still got that bad temper. He raised his hand. He ain't choked you yet, but he on his way to. You want three? You want 2, 3 more years of that? Mm-mm. You
Mm-mm.
in it and you know you got the
Mm.
signs and you trying to wait to the it get worse and worse. You can't or you get to your breaking
Mm-hmm.
point. Mm-mm. You go ahead and get
Yes.
out. You go ahead
Yes.
and get out there.
And it's okay to get out of it too. You
Mm-hmm.
know. I'm learning you must seek God. Writing a list of what you desire is not wrong, but
Yes,
we must trust God with the list. Who else
yes,
knows this? He who we
yes,
need to fulfill our areas of life that we're unaware of. And
yes,
I like how you said um, you have to seek God. I
yes.
wonder how many ladies are really asking the Lord what should be on this list. Okay, Daddy,
Mm-hmm.
you know who the right person is for me. So, what kind of man or what kind of woman need to be on my list? You seeking God, you're like, okay, because I know what I want, I know what I prefer, but that may not be who I need to be with. So God, could you please lead me on what should be on this list? That's really good because who else knows best? Only God
Yeah,
knows.
right.
Only He knows. That's good.
And it's so fun that you mentioned it. Pastor John Rogers at New Season Ministry. I'm gonna put that plug out there now. I have a phenomenal pastor and Pastor Takia Rogers. He
Uh-huh.
preached on that today. Matthew 6 and 33. Seek ye first the kingdom of
Oh my
God.
God.
And we talking about relationship now, but we need to be seeking God first, not just in relationship, not just get the house. I'm going off a little bit. The house, that better job, and all that. We gotta seek God first and what His will is and what He want His kingdom, the kingdom be down on earth. And then God will
Amen.
begin to reveal other things that we desire. Because if we miss Him in it, then everything else won't line up. It
It's
has to
all
be
right.
God first. We have to be God led.
It's not gonna line
Devotion,
up.
get on that.
It's
It's
all
not
ain't
gonna
gonna line up. Because if you're seeking God and His kingdom, and you're seeking His will, His ways, and then His righteousness, all these
mm-hmm.
other things will be added.
Yeah.
But what we tend to do is that we like ask God later.
Mm-hmm.
We ask God later
Mm-hmm.
because once we meet
Yep.
somebody, then we ask Him. But why
Uh-huh.
not ask Him before you meet
On the
someone?
front end.
Yeah, on the front
Mm-hmm.
end, but
Before you
before you
start
go out
catching
there,
feelings, before y'all
exactly,
start moving
exactly.
in and doing like planning life together.
Exactly. Why not ask him on
Uh-huh.
the front end? Ask him before, um, because um, that is seeking God first. When you're
Mm-hmm.
asking Him, and then even when you do meet somebody, it's okay to say, Lord, okay, who would this dude in my face? What,
Right.
should I be talking to him? It's okay to seek God. It's okay to have a conversation with Him to find
Mm-hmm.
out if that person should be in your life or not.
Mm-hmm. And don't be afraid of the answer. You got to believe and trust that God has the perfect person for you.
Come on
It
now.
may not, you thinking that, okay, it's supposed to look like this, supposed to be packaged up in this. God already got that perfect package all together for you. But He's waiting on you
Hmm.
to seek Him, to come after
Exactly.
Him for Him to reveal that to you. He won't do it in the wrong time now. Now, you get a good man in the wrong season, and you going to run him away. God we got to wait on God's perfect timing.
Amen
We
on
got to
that
trust in
girl.
His perfect timing.
He sure do.
Yeah.
And sometimes that person that God has for you may not be what you think it should look like
Mm-hmm.
or be,
Right.
but God is saying that I'm giving you what you need.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving you what you need. But we need to just ask God about on the front end. And like you said, don't be afraid to ask God to listen to his answer.
Right.
And be afraid to walk, to step on his answer too, and walk on his answer. If he say, okay, you need to move, you need to keep it moving, or you need to leave him alone, or leave her alone, then just go ahead on and do it.
Mm-hmm.
What if we are not used to what love is supposed to be like? Should we work on ourselves so we can realize when real love is presented in front of us? That is so good. That's a
Mm-hmm.
good question, Tanisha. Yes, ma'am.
And that's for
Yes,
sure. We should work
ma'am.
on ourselves. And our first love, we should work on our relationship with God, and God shows us what love is. We don't. We take that for granted. God, I can't see you, I can't touch you. How you gonna show me but God does. God shows us
Yeah.
unconditional love. And when God present your husband, present, the man supposed to be with, he's gonna resemble Jesus. That's what I'm.
Amen.
He's gonna resemble Jesus. He's gonna resemble that love that God showed you.
He
He's gonna
sure is.
mm-hmm.
And I like Tanisha asked the question about should we work on ourselves. You should
We should work
always
on
work on
ourselves.
yourself first,
Mm-hmm.
before you interact with anyone. Whether that be friendships, with the
Mm-hmm.
girlfriends and or relationship, um, at work, co-worker type relationship with the boss and all that. We
Mm-hmm.
always need to work on ourselves
That's
every
right.
day, all day. Because we're human and we have
Mm-hmm.
to keep ourselves in check at all times. But when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to love, you know, just like Krista said earlier about she didn't get the blueprint,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
That's
in
what it
the
look like.
beginning. It's a lot of us in that boat, where all of us didn't get the blueprint. But if you take the time to get to know the Lord, because the Lord is gonna teach you what love looks like. God
Mm-hmm.
is gonna show you what love looks like. Once you decide to have a relationship with Him. Because I know a lot of people who claim that they love the Lord and claim that they're Christian, but they don't have a
Mm-hmm.
relationship with Jesus
Mm-hmm.
Christ. They're just claiming, but
And that's
not
the thing.
but not participating.
Right.
You just claiming,
That's
but
it.
not participating in the relationship.
And you
So
can ask them, you love the Lord? Yeah, I give God my time on Sunday. I give God my time. That's not a relationship with him. Relationship is all the time, every day, not just on Sunday.
not
Just
just
because
on
you know him,
Sunday.
don't mean you got a relationship with him.
Exactly.
It's two
Amen.
different things.
It most definitely is the type of relationship that you have when you are alone.
Mm-hmm.
When you
Yep.
are alone. If you really want to know what your relationship with God is like, just think about when you by yourself.
Right.
You ain't
Right.
at church, you ain't at work, you ain't in front of nobody so you can show out. You just right there in the midst of the home by yourself,
Uh-huh.
alone. That's how you know whether or not you have a relationship with God. Um, but we always need to work on ourselves.
Working
I mean,
ourselves.
even
Yep.
married people, we always have to work on ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as that blueprint is concerned, a lot of us just did not have it. But we still have the opportunity to know what love is because God has given it in First Corinthians.
Mm-hmm.
First Corinthians, the
Yes.
13th chapter. God, when I first read that chapter, I was like, Lord, this is so good. This is so good, God. So this is what love is supposed to look like.
Mm-hmm.
Patient, kind. Let me
Yes.
see. I have wrote it all down. 'Cause I know some of it, but I don't know all of it. Patient, kind, does not envy, not boastful, not conceited, not acting improperly, not selfish,
Mm.
don't provoke
Mm.
you.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't look at that, but there are some people who love to provoke people. Not keep a record of all your wrongdoing.
Mm.
Mhm. Yeah. Finds
Yeah.
no joy in unrighteousness, but rejoices in the truth. Love
Yes.
bears all things, believes all things, hopes for all things, endures all things,
Yes.
baby. Love
Yes.
never fails. Mm, mm, mm.
Yes. Love
So
never dead.
I like how somebody put on Facebook where they said that if you want to know if a person loves you, just put their name in front of take
Yeah,
love
I heard.
off,
Oh yeah,
take
yeah.
love off, and put that person's name in place of
Mhm.
love. So in my case, Jeffrey is Jeffrey is
Mhm.
long suffering. He's patient.
Mhm.
He does, Jeffrey does not boast. He is not conceited. He does not act
Uh.
improperly. Jeffrey is not
Mm.
selfish. You know, all you gotta do is just
Mhm.
go through these things because
And
all of
replace it with
these
that person's
are
name.
action. All of these are action words. If a
Mhm.
person is acting like any of these things, then you have to start doing some reflecting and just
Right.
be like, okay, hold on, something ain't right here.
Right.
No. But there's a certain way that love's supposed to look. And and this goes across all the board. This is for everybody. Whoever you come in contact with. You know what I'm saying? Your boss,
Mhm.
your pastor, the fellowship, the people you fellowship with at church, your friendships. This is what love's supposed to look like across the board. If you
Right.
are in some type of friendship or relationship with someone who is not doing these things, then you might be in a toxic relationship.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, anybody who's doing any of these things, I have to say, you must be dysfunctional.
Right.
You gotta be dysfunctional. If you sit up there boasting and being envious,
Mhm.
conceited, and selfish and provoking, come on now. Okay, let me
Yeah.
get to these comments. I think it's hard to be single when you're in church because some churches really don't provide nothing and serve don't.
They don't.
Especially for women, most of the time, women outnumber men in church. So a lot of times you go outside of the church and settle and get a part.
And yeah. And get a
Yeah, no,
project.
you wrong for that. You come on, you go get a project. Woo,
But that's so
baby.
true. That's
You're
so
trying to
true.
say, hold on. You're trying to say that we be taking on projects when we are entertaining someone
Mhm.
who is not even near. Now, I do mean near
Yeah.
the same journey as us. That's what I
Right.
mean. How you in the same lane with us? You way over there on the other side, I'm over here. But
Uh-huh.
I'm still entertaining you because I want to take on a project. I want
Mm.
to take on something to do. Move. You really went there, didn't you? Yeah, you
Oh,
really
I
went
can fix
there.
him. I can change him. Mm-hmm.
Woo, baby. And then try to make it into a companionship.
Uh-huh. That's
Baby,
bad. That's bad.
you can't do it. You can't do it. Because a project to me, okay, when you're talking about doing a project, you talking about putting all that work into it. It's just like when you doing
Mm-hmm.
those what you call them those those reading boards for your kids.
Reading for projects.
Woo,
Yeah.
babe, hold on. You gotta go buy the board. You gotta go buy all
Uh-huh.
the glue and construction papers, pens, crayons, and all that stuff. And then once you
Uh-huh.
buy all that stuff, then you have
Mm-hmm.
to draw it. You have to read the book,
Right. You got to put in work.
put in
You got to
work.
put in work,
No,
and then don't put in all the work, and then don't turn out the way you want to be. Oh, I
okay,
put all this work in, and this
exactly.
work in.
And then
See,
look,
that
and then
turned
your
out right.
baby take it to the school. Your baby take it to the school and claim it like he done did all the work. But really,
Uh,
in actuality, you did all the work. All
right.
you did was just took it to school and
Uh-huh.
claimed it and took the credit. But when we take on a project for a person, now I do understand that relationships do take work.
Mm-hmm.
But honey, when you with somebody who is not in the same journey as you, or what the Bible say, unequally yoked,
Yes.
then you are doing extra work. You're
Right.
doing extra
That's
work
true.
on top of work.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't getting paid for the extra work, boo. That's
Right.
overtime, but you ain't even getting paid for your overtime.
Right.
You ain't getting paid for the work that you're doing before you even do the overtime. I'm not going to be in a marriage doing overtime. That is
Mm-mm.
what I'm saying. I'm not going to be in a relationship doing overtime. That's too much work.
And right, and but like I said before, there is no perfect person. If there's perfect person, there'll be no need for God. There'd be no need for His word and but him and
Mm-mm.
even acknowledge Him in your relationship or whatever. But if it's a man of God, if it's a true person that's for you, God convicts him. If you are with a carnal minded man, a man who doesn't know God, who's a wayward man, just doing his own thing,
Mhm.
who convicts him?
Yeah,
Who corrects him? Who does he go to for correction? You
yeah,
know, so that's a sign. That's another sign. That if he doesn't stand for anything, if he doesn't stand for God, he doesn't represent God. Who is he standing for? What's
amen.
gonna lead and guide your relationship? Who does he take the lead from? You know, who does
Yeah,
he follow?
and that person is taking lead for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
He leaning on his own understanding. She leaning on her
Mm-hmm.
own understanding, but she going
Mm-hmm.
by what she feels, what she think, what he think. I'm talking about both of us, men and women, because Keandre said that men also take on projects.
Yeah.
Woo!
That's true. That's true. That's true.
He said men take on projects too, baby. I'm like, wow, really? I barely see that because
But see,
I'm always seeing the woman taking on these projects.
uh-huh.
Mm, mm,
So
mm.
we we speaking on the women perspective. Men do take on projects too,
They
but
do. They
but
do. But what? What you
um
trying to say, Krista? But
as,
what?
as the Bible say, he who findeth a wife, he who find a wife. So you have to be looking for those attributes too. To represent what's a wifely woman. Now sometimes you can meet them. I guess a slim chance you can meet them in the club, but you get what you get in the club at the club and take home. That's what you gonna get. You can't expect anything different. Yeah, she came in with that little short skirt and twerking and front hanging out, and you think, oh, I can change her, or she gonna change if we get in a relationship. She gonna be the same one you met with all this popping out,
Yeah,
popping, bam, bam, it's the same one you gonna get when you take us to the house and y'all get in a relationship.
yeah. And then you sitting there thinking you can turn her into a wife, but she may still
Mm-hmm.
want to go to the club.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all get some kids. She still want to go out while you sitting at home with the baby.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same way. It goes vice versa. It can go either way.
Mm-hmm.
We both, men and women, have to be very careful of who we're
Entertain.
entertaining,
Mm-hmm.
basically, because you're entertaining people.
Mm-hmm.
And Felicia says that we need to be more aware of the fruit and remove the scales and stop being impatient.
Uh-huh. The fruit that they
She gonna put
bear.
hashtag speaking itself. Girl, you're a mess. Yes, we do need to be
The
aware of
fruit
the fruit.
you have to take inventory of the fruit, and not just the fruit that they bear. If they have children, what kind of children are you raising? Are you in their lives? Stuff like that. you know all that is a part of the tree. What
Amen.
does it come from? Where's it stemming from? What do they get? you know you have to take in what do they bear. Are they
Amen.
bearing good fruit or bad fruit?
Yes, yes,
Mm-hmm.
indeed. And those things are what you need to be investigating
Yeah.
while you're dating. You
Mm-hmm.
need to be investigating while you're
Mm-hmm.
dating because that's what dating is for. Dating is not um for a play. Dating is not for you could just find somebody that you can kick it with because if that's what you're looking for, then that's exactly what you're gonna get.
Right.
That's exactly what
Right.
you're gonna get. But if you're looking for a wife or you're looking for a husband, then you're gonna have to take the time out to investigate. That
Mm-hmm.
means ask
There's
questions.
nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with
Yeah,
that at all.
it sure isn't. It
And
sure isn't.
if you get, oh, she see research Miss Y'all if I'm Miss Y'all in my collar, and some of the other little slang they say, yeah, you need to. You have to do that. You have to be on. You have to
Amen.
ask those questions. You have to be watching. You have to be
Yeah,
watching.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. And Keandre, he also agree with us. We do have to get it. Felicia said dating is getting deep data.
Getting better. Yeah.
Girl, you talk about
You
the
gotta collect your data.
woo. Look, and then the thing about getting data or getting data, however you want to pronounce it, don't be picky with your data. Don't be picky on what type of data you're gonna be looking for
Mm-hmm.
or researching.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes we do be selective
Yeah.
in what we're going to investigate. No, you need to know everything. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You need to become like a cop, a police officer.
Uh, uh,
And you want to know
yeah.
everything from the front to the end, from the beginning to the end, or whatever. From the
Uh-huh.
front to the back and the beginning to the end. How you came about to be who you are today. I need to know all of these things because
Yeah.
when people get with you, and if you do sign the papers and you say I do and all that, it's a wrap. But of course, nowadays you can go get a divorce. But the
Mm-hmm.
thing is, you've been wasting all your time.
Yeah.
But when you get with someone, it's no telling what you're gonna get once
Mm-hmm.
you once
Okay.
you get into that relationship.
All that
And,
baggage come along with them.
yeah,
All the bags they carry come along with them.
and you know what, sister, all of us got baggage.
Mm-hmm. All of us do. All of us do.
All
And
of us do.
we have to, you know, uh take a self inventory of ourselves. We have to know ourselves and who we are, and know, okay, this, and when we finally decide to get in a relationship, okay, this ain't gonna be good for me. I already got past this. I'm not going to pick up somebody else and they have worse baggage, or they haven't confronted their baggage and they still, carrying that
Amen.
along with them. And now I
Yeah.
have to deal with it, and still, are you in the process of healing, or if you have healed, I got past these certain things, and to go back, and to go back.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Amen. Oh, so here's the second question. How do you get rid of a person when you finally realize that, okay, this person is not for me?
Mm-hmm.
Just for the ones who are out there investigating, how can you tell that person, I can't do this anymore? I can't. That's exactly how you do it. You just say, you know what?
Look, you had to hit that that script. It's me, it's not you.
It's not true. But you know you
Yeah.
lying, so stop lying. So
Uh,
you can tell a person the truth. You can say, look, baby, you're a good person.
mm-hmm.
You're a good person. But you're just not the person for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. You're just not the one for me. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Then he says, well, what do you mean? Baby, if you ask me what do you mean, you might not want the answer.
Right.
Because now I gotta
Ask
give
that
you some
question
data.
now. You ask that question, you gotta be ready for the answer.
You better be ready for the answer because now I gotta give you some data, but I done collected now. I done collected data, baby. I need to let you know
Uh-huh.
why. Since you asked me now. Because I see how the way you treat your mother.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And I just believe that a man's supposed to be respectful to his mother. Or
Mm-hmm.
it might be you. I see that you have 5 kids.
Mm-hmm.
I pray that the Lord bless you. Were you able to take care of them? I see that you are taking care of them the best the way you know how. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? But that's 5 kids, girl. Woo. I don't know. It's
I don't see how I fit on in your list of priorities when you got 5 kids. I don't know. I don't
just,
know.
now, some women would not care that he has 5 kids. But there are some
Mm-hmm.
women who be thinking in the back of their head, how much money is gonna be taken out of their household.
Right.
Come on now, let's just keep it real. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry, okay, hold on. That's per 5 kids. Okay, $100 per five. I don't know, $200 per child. I don't
Uh,
know. That's still money coming out of our
yes, ma'am.
household. No,
Mm-hmm.
that's something to think about. And
Mm-hmm.
then if you know, you may see that he doesn't go to church, but you go. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it's okay to say, I'm a God fearing woman, and I love the Lord. I love
Mm-hmm.
going to church to fellowship, but I see that you don't go. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm not knocking you for that, but
Yeah.
that's something that I prefer to have in my life because if I were to have some kids, I would like both of us to be able to raise them up in the way that the Lord wants us to raise them up. But
Right.
it may not happen that way if you are not, a believer, if you're not someone who believes in the Lord, or whatever the case may be, because there's a lot of reasons why people don't go to church. You know,
Uh-huh.
it doesn't necessarily mean that they don't have a relationship with God, but um, but there are some ladies who do prefer to be with someone who does go to church.
Right.
You know, and if that's the case, then be, go ahead and tell them. Just be honest with the person.
Uh-huh. You
Felicity
could be
said,
like, I sat down and I worked on my relationship with God, and God sat down. I talked with Him about what I was wanting in life, and God showed me, what it is that I need, or what it is that I'm wanting, and what I'm desiring, and this relationship that we have, and what we have going on, it doesn't line up with what God has shown me, or what God
mm-hmm,
has put in my heart. And I think it'll be a great injustice, not just for myself, but for you, to continue a relationship like this. You know.
go ahead, Crystal. That was good, baby. Woo!
Yeah.
Woo! Now back
As
in the day,
a
now
mature
back,
Christian
now back in the
in my
day,
Christian
of course,
walk.
you got that right, baby. You got that good. Y'all take some notes now. Now back in the day,
Right,
I just tell a dude, look, we can't be together. You just
right.
send a little text,
And it don't have to be cheating. It don't have to be, physical abuse and all that. Just being honest.
you just being
Honestly.
honest.
Mm-hmm.
That, because that's what's gonna help you, and that's what's gonna help the other person. Because they may not
Mm-hmm.
know that they're doing these things. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
how can they help themselves if we won't be honest with them? Or how can I help
Mm-hmm.
myself if I won't take constructive criticism from someone about me? You see what I'm saying? Because we
Right.
all have badges, we all have flaws.
Mm-hmm.
No. So let's talk about these women. So men, if you see, if there's a lady that you don't want to be with, I know some of y'all men, y'all just send a text, or you just
Mm-hmm.
ghost them.
Yeah. That's what
Hmm.
I was gonna say.
You just ghost them.
Just
You
stop
just walk
talking.
away and don't even don't even look back. Don't even call anymore. Don't even come by the house anymore. But that is not the right way to do things. You
Mm-mm.
can you can easily just tell that young lady or lady, whoever, that you're a good person,
Mm-hmm.
but you just not the one for me.
Yeah. It's just not gonna work out.
Exactly. Don't be ghosting her, and leaving and don't even call, don't even, she's in the best calling and texting you and you're not even answering. Be honest and straight up and just
Mm-hmm.
let her know what it is that's going on and why it wouldn't work.
Right.
Because honesty is the best thing to do. Yeah.
And women, I'm going back to women, we're big on closure, you know, and men are not, and like Tyra was saying, they'll ghost you, if they found something better, or, whatever the case may be, they'll ghost you in a minute. And sometimes we have to be okay with the closure that we don't get. We don't have to keep going back. Why he ain't called me? He gonna eventually call me. He gonna eventually come back. We gonna work it out, or
Yeah,
whatever plays in your mind. But sometimes we just have
exactly.
to be okay with the closure we just don't get, and move forward.
You gotta
You
move
know.
forward.
Mhm.
And and you have to look at that action as being selfish because love is not selfish. If a person
Mhm.
is ghosting you, they're not texting you, they're not calling you, and you're the one who's doing all the calling. You're the one
Mhm.
who's always giving. You're with a person who is selfish.
Yeah.
And do you want to go the extra 9 yards for a person who is not even thinking about you? Because if a
Mhm.
person is thinking about you, they are going to text you. They are going to call you. They are going to
Mhm.
come and visit you. You know what I'm saying? But we seem to just look at the situation like it's something else. No, it is what it is. It is
Mhm.
exactly what it is. Observe it for what it is. The person
Yeah.
ain't thinking about you.
Right.
Come on now. If a person is
Uh-huh.
really, and then they send up there saying that you are, um, I want to be with you, or I like being around you. Then how come you don't allow me then?
Right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to look at that situation like it is what it is. There's no point in assuming that it's something else. There's no point in thinking that he's gonna come around or whatever. Baby,
Mhm.
if she or him is not texting, calling, or coming to see you, or asking you to let's go out on a date,
Mhm.
they ain't thinking about you.
Right. They
I
really
would
not into it.
no, I wouldn't want to be with anyone where I have to, I don't know, like question whether or not you want to be with me or not. Because
Right.
I shouldn't be in that position. First of all,
Uh-uh.
you shouldn't be putting me in that position where I have to question you and question your actions. You know what I'm saying toward me,
Right.
your feeling toward me. No, mm-mm.
Mhm.
No,
When
ma'am.
it's that right person, there's no question about it.
Yeah, baby.
There's no
Hey,
question about it.
no.
Now I would say this. You sometimes you could be in so many wrong relationships, or you could find the wrong man that you question the right thing that's standing in front of you. We get into place like that. But if it's the right person that God sent for you, there's no question about it.
No.
Just have that I don't know, that right feeling like, okay,
Mhm.
this gotta be God. This
Exactly.
is everything that I prayed for and more. And even if you have the question, you go to God with the question.
So do. You
You should
sure
go to
right
God
about
with the
that.
question.
You sure can. I mean, because, you know, and then, I don't know. I just don't believe in doing extra work.
Uh-uh. Mm-mm.
I'm sorry. I ain't finna run behind you. I ain't finna be begging you.
Right.
I ain't finna be sitting up here trying to assume anything because I'm looking exactly at your action. I'm looking at what you showing me. And
Yeah.
if you're showing me something totally different than what the Lord has shown me, then it's a wrap. Baby, I ain't studying you. I ain't studying you.
Right.
That goes for friendship. That goes for family. That goes for
Mm-hmm.
co-workers. That goes for the boss.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, life is too short. I ain't got time to be walking around here with my head down, being depressed, being sad, and being foolish out of my mind, trying to figure out what's going on.
Right.
No, that's not of God. That is not love. That is not love at
Right.
all. I
Mm-hmm.
don't believe that God wants us doing that either. Because
Right.
because then now you're making that person a God before the God.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
If you got that much focus on that person, your eyes are taken off of God, and what
Exactly.
what He wants. So that's true.
Exactly. Amen. Amen. And Krista, I sure appreciate you jumping on here and taking the place of Miss Felicia.
You're
Um,
welcome, Miss
yes,
Felicia.
we do appreciate you. Um, my friend girl is got to get well. She got to get well. So
Yeah.
we do thank y'all for being. on here with us on tonight. We do appreciate it. We thank you. And we will be back on next Sunday. Um, I don't know what we're going to be talking about because I'm seeking God and asking Him what Felicia and I should be talking about on next Sunday. But you better believe it's going to be good.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. So, y'all have a good evening. I pray that y'all have a good week on this week as well. And,
Mhm.
and we'll just see you on next Sunday. Bye.
Bye, guys. Have a good night.